So what we're going to do is we're going to do just a very basic example of the footprint in action in a live market. This example is the WTI oil. And again, like I said earlier on in the unit, all of our examples, all of our trade strategies will be covered across some of the most liquid futures markets, including the oil, the gold, the Eurodollar FX, the sterling, as well as the E-mini S&P 500. Now, I'm not going to talk a great deal during this. I kind of just want you to watch it. I'll observe a few little things for you as we go through it. But let's watch this recording and see how the footprint effectively plays out over in the live market. So what we can see right now, note again, obviously we have got price moving up and down. At the same time, obviously we can see the markets So at the same time, what we can see as the market is moving, we can see obviously the update occurring in the volume, as well as obviously the delta changing and the cumulative delta on the day changing as well. Now note, as said, in terms of rotations, these are now set to a time-based rotation of 5 minutes each. Now all I really want to talk about is in terms of the color. I want you to just observe how, remember like we said, obviously red represents more selling than buying, and blue represents more buying than selling. And obviously we had the 3 different shades. Now I just want you to watch as we go through this 5-minute rotation. I just want you to watch how the colors are constantly shifting. Note, obviously, the shades are all based on the relative delta. So it's the difference between the two. The higher the difference is, the darker the shade. Now what we can see here currently is we can obviously see sellers selling, and at the moment they've sold 82, 83, 100 contracts, 110, 115, 121. So we can see some real sell-side interaction coming in here. The sellers are really hitting into price point 25, a little bit of buying coming in at the next best price, which is 26s, but mostly what we're seeing is quite a lot of selling occurring at price point $58.25. Now note, we can continue to see the selling occurring. At the same time we're seeing only fractional buying, so there's a relative change here. We can see a lot of selling in coming in, and straight away suddenly note the buyer. Okay, so what we would call this in a basic sense is an absorption of 198, and straight away we obviously saw the buyers interact and lift 130. Okay, so again, that little bit of interaction, what we were seeing there was no real great selling, no real great buying, a lot of absorption, a lot of passive absorption from the buyer before obviously the buyer then went and lifted the next price. Now note, obviously, we've just started the next 5-minute rotation. Okay, so that's kind of the basic how the footprint works, and again, what we'll see as we go through the strategies, as we go through this course, we're going to start to build around what all this information means, what these zeros and low volume means. We're also going to build upon what it means when there's dark colors at the high or dark colors at the low. We're going to talk about a whole host of different trading principles, particularly in Unit 3. Alright guys, I hope you've enjoyed this little bit of a live introduction to the footprint. Let's now go back and wrap up with Unit 1.